So, Attacktive directory. Old room, but you know, 80 is 80, right? 118,000 people did this room.
Oh, good is sleeping.
Yeah. And the rest of the family, meaning my hubby and my 50-year-old there in the country house. So, yeah, I told you right. But no, I didn't. Maybe just a dime though, right? Let's close Splunk and let's hop to 80 here. And let's just, I don't know if I'm gonna make a new one. You can be on this one. So I have like 80 basics. Have what authentication, which is from TryHackMe too. Then I have so many other things here. I'm kind of thinking let's make like a new one. Or maybe we should just build on this. I think I recently started making this actually. Let's make a new 80 so let's see what it says, and then I can merge it to my other notes because I have so many others. I actually have papers that I wrote today on this too. That's in my backpack. Multitasking at work. Let's start the machine. To access the virtual machine.
AAA nice box this one I think as I remember.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, it looks very nice. This looks very nice. Like a nice layout, and it sounds very good.
We always multitask. I am on and off PC.
Yeah. So let's read it. Yeah, so we're connected. Minute walkthrough of getting started with a VPN. Yeah, so just normal VPN.
Yay, they have good boxes on AD.
Yes. I'm actually, the path I'm actually doing, which is not this one. I don't dare to go back there. That's with AD networks. So then you click networks instead. So that's what I was thinking. Maybe that's how this is. No. Return to your access page. You can verify you're connected to looking green tick check here. You're ready to start hacking. Alternatively, you can deploy the attack bugs. It was connected to the VPN. Deploy the machine and get hacking. That was a lot of things. Setup. Installing in packet. Yeah, so age here, the age of the room. So in packet is installed. We don't have to care. Maybe the commands of this room will not work exactly as they are, but we already have in packet everything. I don't need to do anything here. So, still having issues. Bloodhound. I'm going to just go on, and if I get any problems, I will do it then. So I think I use Bloodhound on this VM. I'm not sure. Welcome to Attacktive directory. Welcome there, user. Thank you for doing my first room. I originally created this room for my final project in cybersecurity degree program back in 2019. Since then, I've gone on to make several other rooms. Even a network for THM. In May 2021, I made the decision to renovate this room. So it's so it's like 4 years since the renovation. Let's see the name. No name change. Make it more guided and less challenge based. So there is more learning opportunities for others. I hope you enjoy it. Love, Spooks. So we can click this and we can see, but this looks good. Looks very good. Oh, so it's not a create on here, which was what I was thinking. Let's look here. This is probably the same person. So created rooms. So several interesting things here. Custom tooling using burp. So making burp, that's one of the things I've been searching a bit about. GraphQL hacking. Yeah. So this kind of looks like someone who knows what they're doing, right? The tutorials and stuff. But this room is not on there. Yeah, there's pages, 4 pages of them. So someone who does a lot of them. Intro to log analysis too. LDAP injection. Let's see, what is more? Red team engagements. Intro to C2. Yes. So many interesting things. Here are the burp rooms too. That was a funny thing. I made, I went through the rooms and I complained like you need to update these, and then after a few months, buffer overflows. Here's it, the Attacktive directory bash scripting. Lots of basic learning ones too. Intro to SSRF. I wonder if I've done these basic ones. Probably. This one says medium, but it sounds basic. Yeah, done those. So let's follow this person. Not that I ever look at X ever. I don't know. It seems like it's quite dead in some ways, but in others not so much. Simple CDS. Yeah, so I'm gonna go through these actually and see that it looks very nice. Yes. Oh, let's go. So let's actually follow along, even if we know we'll start with Nmap. We'll read and follow along. Enumeration. Basic enumeration starts out with the Nmap scan. Actually, let's start that because it takes several seconds to run. So let's actually close that one too. Start a new cute one. Did we get an IP? Yes. I have a bit of a headache now. CVPN. Yes. So, um, to enumerate, well, I usually run nmaps SNB scripts, but so now I'm hoping for learnings, not just questions like your last room, right? nmap-based relative complex utility then is being refined over the years to detect what ports are open on the device, what services are running, and even detect what operating system is running. It's important to note that not all services may be detected correctly and enumerated to its fullest potential. Despite nmap being a really complex utility, it cannot enumerate everything. Therefore, after initial nmap scan, we'll go over to using. So I've learned that every time my phone says can't charge, I have to unplug and plug it in, or it will just die. You cannot enumerate everything. Therefore, after an initial nmap scan, we'll start using other utilities to enumerate. Notes for each flags for each user accounts are available for submission. You can retrieve the flags for user accounts via RDP. Note the logon format is spookysec.local / user at the Windows login prompt, and administrator where you will win around. The tool will allow us to enumerate. What tool? So I'm interested in here, where it's telling us what to do? Because that's what I'm assuming from a learning room, right? But it's not a learning room. It was not a learning room. So it hopped up now, by the way. So what I usually don't use what he uses, I think. He's using something else. Let's see what the hint is. Try using a noun for Linux. What? I'm not gonna use a noun for Linux. What? It is a noun for Linux that's supposed to say here. That's so bad if that's true. I don't want to use that kind of thing. That's not fun. So let's look at the ports. Let's run this as a box with box notes too. So we're gonna add a box notes for this one too. So as it has, then we save the scans and stuff, right? So yeah. So we're probably not doing a hack the box at the end of stream as I was thinking. We probably do this instead. If we hadn't gotten here, I would have been like, no more of these blue rooms. I want to do something else. Let's see here. Untitled. Um, at active. Attacktive. I'm gonna copy the darn name. I don't know how they spell it. And where did it go? Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I did spell it right, but those are tiny letters too. One and uh, so we're gonna grab the scan. So, as it does sometimes, it tabbed out here. So this is among the longest Nmap scans I've ever seen. And here we see the SpokySec local. So let's start at the top. DNS. We have an HTTP here, which is IS. Potentially risky methods trace. 88. Kerberos. RPC. Well, SMB. LDAP. SMB again. K password 5. And CACN HTTP. You see, alright, it's 593. TCP wrapped. LDAP. Domain. SpokySec local. Default first site name. TCP wrapped. Terminal services. And I usually like put a list of the interesting ones, but this is just too much to do that with. Let's just check stuff out. So MCNM. So I know the high ones. And it has done SMB time. Message signing enabled and required. SMB 2. So we didn't even get the Windows version, did we? So let's see. This is just too much stuff. But I guess I'm assuming they will do a bit of guided stuff there, right? It's 6-hour stream now too. So, what is the NetBIOS domain name of the machine? Okay, so we have some questions here, which is nice. It's like a guided mode then. So let's go back here. I thought it said. Oh, NetBIOS name. THMAD. Yeah, I felt really blind there for a bit. Computer name. Domain name. So, what volatility do people commonly use for Active Directory domain? So, that sounds very .local here. So, enumerating users via Kerberos. So I'm interested now if it will be guided or not. It seems like not really. A whole host of other services are running, including Kerberos. Kerberos is key authentication service within Active Directory. With this port open, we can use a tool called Kerbrute. Okay, to brute force discovery of users, password, and even password spraying. But does anyone do this now? I don't think so, do they? Several users have informed me that the latest version of Kerber does not contain the username flag in Kerber. If that is the case with the version you have selected, try another version. We do something else. For this box, a modified user list and password list will be used to cut down on time of enumeration of users on password cracking. It is not recommended to brute force credential due to account lockup policies that we cannot enumerate on the domain controller. What command would uncurb root? So we're supposed to really use it. Well, so he just said username, right? I'm kind of assuming this is what we want here. That's not good. Well, it is, I guess. What notable account is discovered? Let's click Cardboard and look at its GitHub and see how alive it is. Yes, I thought so. So it is dead, unfortunately, or whatever you want to say, but there's other stuff, right? So I was actually watching a very nice video at work. I think I'll grab those notes from my backpack. So it is not updated for 5 years. So we're going to abandon Carbroad and use something else. There's no like updated versions, I'm assuming. Yeah, we have net exit and stuff, right? Let's grab those notes. I actually don't know what to put the hands with. I wonder if I should have something. So it is 23. So I was planning to eat salad food. I did buy some ice creams. Maybe I'll just grab a cookie. Something to chew on. So let's see. That's that? No. I'm actually gonna check out the doctor. I usually don't. I know it's dark. So I need to make an invoice of this postage. Oh my. Not the best way of doing it, right?
What you eating?
Cookie. Yeah, I don't really. There wasn't really anything for this.
Triple A enjoy.
Thanks. I also have yogurt, and I have. I think it's called rose nipso or something. Lemon yogurt, actually. Sorry about the sound, the noise. So, I think that in the video, I'm going to use my notes instead. So
Noise
let's.
equals ASMR TBF. Translated from French.
So the more noise, the better. Oh, I have one not finished there. Yeah, this one I just started. This one too, and this one doesn't have anything like that. This one is not hacking; it's just basics. That's a tool. Yeah, so I need to fix my notes. Here we have like old stuff, or rather, not that old really. But this is not my latest new notes. So here we have some. All right. Let's just read all of it. Well, I'm not going to read all of it. This is from the Breaching AD. These are different attacks, anyway. All right. Yeah. And here I have some other stuff. Oh, right. This is just setting up my AD, I think. Yeah. It's just my AD script. This is not totally new either. Yeah. So this is from when I said I think I run Bloodhound not too long ago. So I think this is on this machine. So all of these things. The hard stuff when you're not on Linux. And GPP decrypt.
Bloodhound?
Yeah. Oh gosh.
You need to install Bloodhound CE. Equals pain in the ass.
No, I don't think so. I think I did it already. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm just checking through all the notes because I don't even know if it's all in here. Right. Didn't like it, so I made my own version. Oh. Right. Yeah, that's annoyingly tiny. So where are the notes then? I'm looking for a
Thing is,
file.
connectors won't work if you stay on legacy.
Yeah. But what has Kali got now built in? Isn't there a built-in one now? I don't remember really, which is embarrassing because it wasn't that long ago.
The last Kali 2025.2 has it.
So I don't think I updated mine like this week, but it should probably have the last stuff.
Sorry, I'm late.
My God, you're late, Panda. You're really late. So, did you quit work? Not working today, maybe? vacation times. So you see something called like
Super late.
very wintry names here.
About to leave work.
Ah, what do they work? Okay, nice. So where on earth do I have those notes that I'm looking for? They're not in my 80 category. So they might be in a Windows or in. I have stuff in SMB too, like NXC SMB. Uh, these are
GG.
quite old too.
Translated from Latvian.
I'm sorry for being so slow. I felt like I did something good with my notes now, at least. So instead of having these spread around in 3 different categories, right? They're in
35
one
raiders from
place.
Pebble 3 have joined. Fixerbot says.
Welcome Raiders. Pebble 3 brought 35 friends to the party.
Oh,
Go
thank
drop
you
them
so
a follow.
much
New
for the
follower
raid.
L1ZRD404.
Welcome in,
Less than 3.
everybody.
Christy says. Petbit, 7TV, steer. Fixerbot says.
New follower 8bitboy100. Less than 3. New follower Mirai0809. Less than 3. New follower Ha5cat. Less than 3. New follower
Thank you
Gunkly.
for all the
Less
follows,
than 3.
everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the follows. And welcome in so much. I kind of
New follower
know what
Hoptigan.
you did.
Less than 3.
Pebble, how did it go? Did you get user TXT? Did I win saying yes during the stream? Though I can't use points. Apparently the Swedish government thinks it's gambling. Don't ask me why. It's boring, but so we're going through a
New
old
follower
TryHackMe path.
D4Arcto0TH. Less
Well,
than
let's
3.
see. So this is the person
Rockbow29
who did
says.
this room.
I watched your stream 1 year ago. You were
Mm.
applying for jobs on LinkedIn. Did you get any job?
I haven't really applied yet. I haven't applied to more than one job really. Maybe well, I have applied to like 2 more jobs that people asked me about, like recruiters, or 3. So I should really get started applying to jobs. So this stream might have been that, but this is what happened with this stream. So I have this path um, that is called cyber defense, and I'm like mostly interested in red team, but we need to know all the things, right? And the cyber defense path did actually expire April 2nd. So I think that if I stop this path and do something else, then I probably won't be able to hop on here again. So we're gonna finish it, and there's some cool stuff in here. So I need to know more about volatility and forensics and stuff. If nothing else, we need to know this for CTFs, right? And then there's some really interesting stuff here. So malware analysis, reverse engineering. Uh, this is interesting. So I just hope that these rooms are more up to date than our current one. So we're doing Attacktive directory, if I can find the right tab. So it's suggesting to us that we run. Yeah, I was probably in the right spot already. Here, we run Kerbert, and I was like, nobody uses that, right? And I checked the repo, and 2019. Yeah. So this room is from 19,000 1912 days ago. So yeah, it's not totally updated. So actually, let's switch. Instead of me fixing my notes, I was just renaming my crack map exec thing to NetExec and trying to gather up all the things in one place and sorting notes. Tell me instead, what would you use to get the answers of my questions? Let's do it this way instead. Now, when we have a lot of knowledgeable people in here. So what did you replace Herbert with? Is it an XE that you run now, or is it something else? And I know that Chrissy could have, that was already in here, could have probably answered that faster too, but let's make my notes the best notes. Let's make a new, or rather, I just made a new 80 thing. 80 enumeration. Yeah, this is the one I just added. But I already have like a million different files here with different stuff. So, look, yeah, yeah. So, tips. What would you do? We have the machine here. We just run nmap on it, and it's one of the longest ones I've seen. Of course, all of these 80 ones are like long, maybe not like this. Suggestions. We can just start otherwise. So we have some hints here, right? Yeah, Kerber, this is said here that this doesn't exist anymore. And I was like, yeah, that's the answer to the first question. I don't need to use the tool or look. And now we're supposed to find accounts. So let's actually hop my notes over to the other screen because I also started making box notes for it. Well, let's just start with, oh gosh, caps. Yeah, why did I use user? I'm just curious what my history said. So this IP is what? 106, 240. Yeah, 240. And let's just do nothing. I guess we could create a missing folder. Never seen this before. Okay, maybe I have seen this before. Let's just remove the old stuff. So, yeah, actually gonna turn off my fans that are adding cold air in here because it's starting to get cold outside. So it was 26 degrees when I started streaming. Now it's 17.3 outside and it's just 25 in here. So I don't think I wanted any colder. So, initializing S&P protocol database. So let's just do like shares and see if we get any shares. Oh gosh. You see what I see? I didn't make an actual IP here. That's why. It's like thinking this is a name. Typo. So that's nicer. So we already knew that this was the what was the name. I kind of usually do the SMB scripts. And yeah. Oh, why did I remove 106.240? Always nice to run this. Stream friendly dinner. Don't have time to go away from here and make something. So let's do several things. What? Um, I don't know why it suddenly made a new window instead of just a tab. So, right, we got the answer to that. So, I copied the one with the wrong IP address. That's so smart. So, did we get anything? Yeah, so just the versions. So, like nothing. We didn't get anything there. And, like the same information, right? So, nothing. So, let's actually check. I think it had a web. Let's check that out. Here, but it says just IS. So it's probably that's the base page. But maybe there's something there. So we'll see. Yeah, we did the Splunk rules just for. So it will probably try to go there forever. Let's just copy the IP again. Yeah, so just a basic page. Or anything else HTTP here. No. Yeah. Is this something specific? Let's just Google it. kinda looks port. Kinda looks a bit familiar. Yeah. Why did we get it up now then? So because I don't remember. So why? Let's click this. Again, obviously. Yeah. So let's ask something smarter. I don't know if smarter is the right word. But, let's just give it this. What did I do? Of course I did Control C, not Control Shift C. Just scroll up there again. That's why I usually don't do. Actually, we could send it the full thing as a test. So now. Well, yeah, usually associated with Winora. Yeah. Mm. So that's confirmation. So why didn't I look in my notes on ports? Yeah, let's just send it to full length. Hmm. Oh no, we got two. Yeah, also here confirmed. Yeah, it felt very familiar. I don't remember all the parts yet. Um, trace could allow XST attacks, usually lowering risk. So that's why that's what Nmap said. Yeah, SB signing. Article search uses internal name. Yeah, it kind of said in the box instructions too. Normal opens without HTTPS. Open without HTTPS. Actually, we could use the intended tool, but it feels like it's not what you really would want to do. But we can do this. Let's actually close this. This and uh, gosh, I did tab, and it tabbed in the box here instead. I didn't read this one. Let's check back. Yeah. University. Yeah, we know. We read it. Yeah, so it actually suggests stuff here. RPC client and known for Linux. Yeah, it's suggesting a known for Linux. I don't want to use that. So we need some. So. Room is the THM room. is ancient, and suggests the use of a curve root, not updated in 5 years. Suggestions for another way to enumerate users. No, for other ways to enumerate users, right? And in packets, yeah, of course, and it's already installed. TryHackMe fix it. Yeah. So Kerberos only. Yeah, and it mentioned files, limited files. Yeah, there. I missed downloading these, right? So there's files to download for this box, user and passwords. Because we're supposed to brute force. So let's actually grab these. So can I just Control S this? Let's use the same directory. We used it today for the stuff. So, right. Let's check out. We want to use all the ways actually to get some better notes than the ones I have. And there's this website too that I'm curious about if there's anything else up here. There might be stuff in there, but it's not like the primary thing to test. Let's add another cap. Let's do a packet. Get NP users. So there. So it is suggesting this command. Spooky local users file. No pass. Yeah, so we need to add the users file there first. Maybe we even wanted a directory for the box. Let's actually grab the full command and let's boxes, and we're on TryHackMe, and let's make their what on earth is it called? Attacktive directory. Attacktive directory. Very nice name that. We at. Yeah, thought so. So it made one called directory too. Definitely right. Oh gosh. Well. Yeah, I think I'm getting a bit tired. I'm like, that was so fun. But I don't really feel it was that fun. We can actually drag files. I'm lazy. I'm gonna drag the files over here. So back says TryHackMe. Uh, there it is. And there's the directory one. Oh, how fun it was. And then let's just drag these things over here. Move it file. Okay, it hopped over there, not there. And let me pull those over there. So now we can get rid of the GUI. And we have little files here. And we can paste our little command and call it user list instead. I'm sure I have this command in my notes already too, somewhere. But now I'm gonna make like a guide, like an easy guide. Yeah, so we user games don't have UF don't require pre-offset. So we found a user, they just don't have this. So that's really what we wanted because they want us to try. So one thing I would be happy to get here. Oh look, so we actually got okay. So let's go back down. So line numbers would be nice there, so we can see it moving when there's so many not found. Or maybe you can filter out the not founds. There's another one, James. Wasn't that what the first one was called? Let's go through here. Yeah, James with lowercase first letter, and James with uppercase J. So let's actually hop to the notes and start. We're going to make everything double. So let's actually hop down so we see if there's more stuff appearing, right? So we're gonna make good notes now. Helpful notes for other people. And maybe I should add them to my, rather than 80 enumeration, maybe I should do it in my start here 80. And maybe even add some ports here. So it's just, I just started this like the other day to try and like gather stuff. And this is like, I have this file for different stuff, like for Linux. Here's my Linux not there. So lots of stuff to test when you're on a Linux machine, right? So at the very end, I have these things that I want to avoid, right? So first we do all the manual things we can think of. So I think we can close that one and that one. And we found another user, Darkstar. So good. This is also a test in using different tools to enumerate, right? So here I have example scans of for linpiece here, right? I'm thinking maybe we'll do something similar for this. So like example scans for AD. But I don't think that's a good thing. More like doing notes for tools. I hopped on there. Yeah. So let's make a new note first. And I think I have lots of in-packet stuff, but I'm sure I don't have this one. So where were the in-packet ones we saw? They were SNB. That's why they're not there. And we're going to do an example there. And then I'm going to also check for possible help here. So this was useful, but we can possibly get a better one. So opening a new tab, and initially let's just do -h, see if that exists. It did. And let's put this in the notes because it's prettier in there too. So we're going to make a help here. And we're getting it. Alright, we want definitely. Come on. And let's read it. Each request output file format hashcat John. Oh, what's the default? Users file. And ts debug hashes. No pulse k. ASCII hex key. DC IP address. DC host hostname, and we use DC IP in this here. No pause because we're not trying both, as we have in the we're trying with users. Users. So request TGT for users and output them to format for me to save the ASREC of users without. Yeah, so we got something there, but what's the default? Default is hashcat. Thank you. No, I don't hate users file user ts. It's timestamp. Timestamp. So this is what I would have wanted. TS. Then I would have seen it scrolling, right? And not just a frozen image with the same text being written over and over and over. We don't want debug. It would be too much info. So hashes. So run the same with a hash that we got if we got an actual hash. Don't ask for password. Just for K, use Kerberos, grabs credential from Zcash file. Yeah, we don't have that. Ace key, connection. Yeah, goody good. So let's just make sure there's a little N there. So let's see how it's gone. It's still going. I thought it was a short file. Obviously, it wasn't very short. Let's grab the ones we have so far. Also, it's not saying what it's testing, right? I always like that. Maybe that's where we do the debug. So now we're going with the sample data output here. And we go in dot 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 because there will be stuff in between. And this will also be what we put in the other nodes. Scroll down here. Oh gosh, yeah, here we have it. The next one. So this is actually we have several of these in between there. So let's actually put one there so it doesn't look so odd. Ah, and then there's more of those. So this is the same, but this is a good example of it actually being that way. So I'm going to shift page down instead. So we got a Robin too. And as we have a probably very full list too, so this is interesting. We want all the versions, right? All the variations so that we can remember. Let's actually write, click copy so I don't Ctrl-C by mistake. So there are more. Definitely. Dark Star, yeah, I saw that one. So I'm a bit sad that we don't know the client credentials have been revoked. What user that is. If we had been debugging, we would have seen it. We would have also been scrolling a million times more, right? So if this didn't take so much time, administrators exists. What a surprise. Oh gosh, that was tough to make it actually right click. comes on. So the way the text was in the box, it was quite obvious that we're supposed to use several different users. So that's why I care about them all. So backup, user backup, paradox. So obviously there was no option not to show the client not found in this. We would have to filter the data in some way. And as some of the responses didn't actually have any special character first. Yeah, that's odd. There it is. So they could have made the list a bit shorter, right? So how long do we want to click? We could just copy it all, and sort it. User James with all uppercase now. It's the same user again, but it's also the only user that we've had 3 times. Is that a hint? Is that a hint? So that's what we got so far. So I thought this box, which is not really a box, it's a learning room, right? That's at least what I thought. Reading the headers of it. But they also say what tool to use, right? It's just that we don't want to run it because it's ancient. Robin with a uppercase first letter. So I'm gonna try and speed up the scroll. Come on, come on, come on. Just have to have time to actually see. Maybe it's better just to hold there down. This will go slower, right? Yeah. I can see on the side there that this is quite quick. But it is very boring. And I can't even blink. I thought there was something different there. So yeah, it's not finished. So now let's try and like keep track of this one. I don't want to redo this, so maybe I should have just grabbed the data afterwards and sorted it all. Uploaded it to file and sorted it, and look at that. Remove duplicates. Unique it. Let's actually do let's do the same again. I'm not gonna scroll up there. Let's hop over to the screen and let's look at the other things that we got from ChatGPT. So we're currently running this, but with the in packet, just command name like that, CME. So it is not. It is ChatGPT after all, right? Can enumerate domains or SMB URL. Then check for. Yeah. So we did not do this. Of course, we didn't. I mean, with NX instead. Then there's RPC clients. Okay. Guess username by querying forward something if your guest's anonymous session. Anom users. Yeah, we don't. Oopsie doopie. I saw something scroll by. Oh, it's just another client revoked. So, but it also found administrator uppercase A. Yeah, I don't care. It's still administrator. um, if you find even a single working set of creds, you can then enumerate all domain users with LDAP. Yeah. Yeah, right. Maybe we shouldn't care about the rest. Oh, I want to tab to the notes. So let's send it this. So there's obviously one line that is much more interesting. Yeah, admin. You grab the TG hash for CBT admin. Show format. You can now crack offline using something like hashcat. So we do have a yeah. We don't need to use RockU. We have a little file. No, we have a little file. Yeah, 18200. So you shouldn't ask this to actually perform this because I tried some time ago. So I really don't want to let go of this one though, but maybe we'll just actually crack that one and ignore the rest of the output. Because it just looks like this, right? And I don't use several screens for this. This is on my Praxmax server. So let's do hashcat. Hashcat. Right. First of all, we have the password list here. It's called password list. Good to remember. And we need the hash in a file. So let's actually nano svc my god, svc admin dot hash and let's paste the little file.
Fixerbot says.
New
Thank you to
follower
the
Thon
follower.
High. Less than 3.
So let's see. I don't want to scroll up there, but I put it in the notes, right? So let's hop over there. So it is long, and I'm not sure if I just grab it all. So it didn't look really like this, right? Where is it? Like this, right? Or does it? Oh, look. Yeah. Curve 5. That's right. Okay. So I'm thinking how much of this, maybe this is already in hashcat format, totally as it's supposed to be, because that's what it said, right? The default output format is in hashcat format already. So we might be so lucky to be able to just paste this here, and it's one line, so it is all there, it's just very long. And if we run this now with hashcat, and it is, I should have LSLA'd again because I don't remember, but it's there, of course. Hashcat SV tab, and then we just do the list. But yeah, we skip the M because I think this will tell it the format too. So I'm not doing as ChatGPT is saying. No, wrong list. Password, of course. Password. And this will run locally, so we can run them at the same time. I don't know if this one finished. We can always go from the end up to administrator layer if you want to. Hashcat, SEC admin hash, password list, txt. Auto detect mode, and hopefully this is a perfect format telling it exactly what it is. Yeah, this is what it told it, right? So that's what I thought. So as we had here, default is hashcat. So it will make this format hashcat by default. So just putting the whole thing in there. Cracked. Management 2005. We got the password. That's interesting. Let's put this in our notes. So, this is quite interesting too for the box, right? In the box notes. So, I know this takes time to run, so let's leave that going in the background. So box notes is up here. So we're going to make a new note called in packets. uh, get np users, and we're gonna put that there. Actually, this one should be like 2. I'm not adding the SMB one as it didn't give any results. So 3 will be hashcat. But let's just paste that before I forget what I was doing. And let's do hashcat. So these are files that we got from the box. And maybe I should have put that like in clear text. Oh, that's not pretty. So there. And let's put the output of this one, which we already have in the other one. And gosh, I'm like quite blind here, right? There. So actually this is exactly what I wanted, except for that bit. Yeah. It's actually going on, but this is hopefully good enough because we have a user, right? So now we can use the other stuff. Let's hop back to this one and oopsie. Oh, it scrolled. So management. I feel like I have a bad memory. Management, yeah, 2005. It was like, it can't be 2005 because it's so long ago. 2005, and this one is SVC admin. SVC admin, right? And now we'll know if this is the correct account. There, nice. Confirmed. So so we have read. There's a backup too. We have read too. So it might be more readable there, but there's also a backup with read. So I'm gonna grab that one, of course. Can't leave something called backup not downloaded. So let's just let's do a SMB gets I guess we can steal this one. Look up 6.240 and I read the dash again. And then we need to add the little management 2005 and let's see admin there. And we have recursive. So there's just backup credentials. Oh, we downloaded to the wrong directory. This is why I made the directory. But we just got one file, right? Only one
Casper
file.
Monk says, "Hi, how are you?"
Ah, I'm great. How are you? It's getting a bit late here though, and I'm working tomorrow, so it's closing up to 1. I might go to 2. We'll see. Hope everything is good. So we're going to move BA tab to
Seems good.
boxes, THM at active. And then we're gonna hop over there. I should have seen this one wasn't there. CD. So let's cap the thing. Okay. So there's a count called backup. We already know this. Let's grab these things. And let's make a... Oh, I totally hopped to the wrong place. No? Let's make a new note called 5. SMB backup. So we're gonna put the stuff on top here too.
Are you working on Ubuntu?
It's Kali. It's Kali, so it's similar because it's both Debian. So very similar. Though I haven't used Ubuntu for some time. I like Kali. So we downloaded the only file on this drive, which we found here. We might do more stuff there too, of course. So new creds. So we have 2 accounts now. So this will be backup colon and this one. And we're gonna put this in info. That's what we use info for. We're gonna actually make sure that this one doesn't time out. I'm not used to TryHackMe. Hack the Box is very nice that it doesn't time out. Look, I knew it. Can I add another? I wish. Alright. Notable account discovered. So this will be SVC admin. Backup. So there. Let's not actually open this one as we're already going ourselves, right? So if we need some hints, we'll do that. So the IP is the first thing I usually put in info. Oh, good thing it wasn't an important tab there because I can't proceed. Nah, I did actually do the right thing too. Let's see here. See if we can actually copy the IP there. So we already have one set of creds. So let's put that one here. There. So we have 2 now. We don't know anything more about them, but now we have credentials. We just got the second one so quickly. We'll just run the same and see what backup can access, right? Because why not? So let's just make sure that I put it all in there in the notes. So that was that. And then we just arrow up a few times. And we just change, no, wrong command here. So, backup. So backup sounds like something that might have a little share with a lot of us. We never know yet. We don't know yet. It's probably got nice permissions on the machine too. We haven't tried to log in or anything with these, right? Maybe backup is an admin, another one isn't on the machine. So I'll just copy that password because I don't want to type this there. This is half to confirm that this is an account and a password. We got it in a text file, right? And it's not. So we got a failure there. Oh, okay. Yeah, so let's echo and let's paste it here instead. Okie dokie. So let's add this to the little list. I'm blind. I should have seen that at once. So let's just put that here. So now we have the actual account. And we put this instead here. Zoo. And then we do the same again with this, but with a more typable password. So backup 25 17 860. We can also connect with these. And the difference here is that the backup is not read. Otherwise it's the same, but we got confirmation now that we have a correct account that actually works to log in with. So that's nice. This is like confirmed that it exists now. There. So there. Confirmed. We also have somewhere we can put files. We can just put files there. Let's not do it though. I'm assuming that the permissions, right. I kind of wanna. Nah, let's not go there. Let's not go there. So, let's check back with this one. Is it still going? I mean, how long was this list? There was something there. I saw it blip by. Paradox with uppercase P. We already had paradox. Yeah, let's just grab them in a better way now when we have two accounts. So I'm gonna close that. We got all the things we wanted from this one too, maybe. Let's actually continue on this one. So these two, we have different creds entered, right? No? It's just this one. Okay, so we use the same window. Well, Attacktive Direct. So we also know it's Windows 10 Server 2019-ish. Let's not do shares. So this is a quicker way. Yeah, we'll do them as separate because it's much easier. So NXC SMB shares. No, users. My goodness. It's in the backbone. There. So now we have a nice little list here, though it's not very nicely formatted, is it? Oh, I grabbed the shares one too. We don't need that. So I think it's more readable here, really. That's it. So administrator, guest, KRBTDT, Skitty, breaker of things, James, optional, Sherlock Sec, Darkstar, Owie, Robin, Paradox, Merland, Horde Shark, SVC admin, backup. So these two we have, and the Ace books. Yeah, and 5 years ago. Built-in guest. Yeah, the comments there. Yeah, it's description. So the others don't have one. The question is what we do next. I kind of want to look at the other direction in this, that ChatGPT suggested, just to see if these work quicker, right? So the box or room suggested us to use Kerberos, which is ancient. So I asked for suggested, and it said correct methods here. So we haven't run this Kerberos, right? With our users txt, of course with the NXC instead there. So we have to test this. I'm actually going to abort the other one. This is taking a lot of time, obviously, right? So see SMB user list.
Do you have projects on GitHub? Or maybe sometimes you are working freelance on different projects?
So there's a GitHub there. So that's my GitHub page, and these notes are available there too. Yeah. So just ask if there's anything. I also have the notes up on the web, by the way. So they're going to be updated soon again. But fixit42.com slash notes. Sorry. So, for example, I'll add the 81 to here too later. But for example, like Linux, what to do if you get to a Linux machine. Others are not as much. Like the buffer overflow is really long, but I guess that one wasn't mega short. I think Windows is short. Okay, okay. Web is probably quite short. Yeah. Then anyway, there's some stuff on SQLite is short. I know. I was right finally. Yeah, so there's also Hack the Box. I help organize Hack the Box meetups, so I've made some instructions for our beginners. So I'm going to add other boxes. These are like real detailed, like for the first box you ever do. And I kind of added stuff that wasn't required, putting a burp in here too. So if you haven't done any boxes, this is also a free machine. This is free and retired. So everybody can do it, but it is retired. I didn't even know this existed before. So they do. So let's continue. So when I see tools that are not perfect, I always feel like I want to make one myself, you know. But here, this is a Python script. Maybe we could instead like add a filter out these and these things, right? If it doesn't exist, it's not in the help anyway. So it would be nice to be able to add an option. Like no not founds, no whatever it would be, right? Because the list we got is just client not found. So we can't actually, without scrolling so many lines, thousands of lines of this. And I paged down through it, right? So then you want a, this didn't actually work, removal filter thingy. Let's see if this works better. I think test. Errors, I guess. I'm assuming this is all normal output. You couldn't filter away. So now we're doing normal NXT SMB. So it has a normal output. We're using a list. Yeah. So we will get even longer, right? It's the same output. Let's keep it running until the first positive, just to confirm. This also had a debug option that I didn't use. So we need, of course, to have this in our NXT nodes, not exec. How long ago did it change name, or like change? It didn't just change names. So Before the raid, I was just fixing my notes a bit here. So let's actually make notes called NXC SMB. Oh gosh, that's not, I did click enter, but it won't allow me. So I need to just make it something. So, Kerberos. And then we can see like reminders just here. And we can add like examples we have used with the syntax, so we can see easier than like stupid screenshots. How many screenshots do I have here? Ancient ones. So let's see. So it is going slowly. But the other one is slow too. But I think this is actually, also we get an error number -2 here, right? And we also can see that it's going to port 88. It shows nice to have information. I almost have to run the other one with debug to see how it looks. This is user enumeration. And really, this is not the way I want to make the notes. So this should really go into my AD start here. So user enumeration, and then we have different alternatives here. We're going to also add, I don't remember the command. I just put it in the notes, right? So let's hop up to the notes. Oh, the box notes. This. So copy is much quicker than not copy. Paste. So I would prefer this one to this one. But it's always nice to have all the alternatives that actually work. We have not yet found a working one, and it's slower. But we can also see what it is testing here, right, all the time. It's trying dragging. I could edit the file and put the working ones at the start just to get quicker action. So let's hop back to ChatGPT and RPC clients, actually. And num-dom users. So we need, of course, to try this, but this will not work because we don't have this. Yeah. So I don't think this is even needed to put in the notes. LDAP domain dump. You find even a single working set of permission. You can then enumerate all domain using LDAP. Yeah, we did that with NXCSMB. So, but let's try this command too, and we copy because it adds a new line always. So, let's try this one too. I still want this to actually show me a working one. It still has nothing. It is much slower. I'm gonna add a new tab, not in my browser, it did. So over here, come on, click, and then we're gonna paste this line, and oh, this doesn't work. Oh, username password. Yeah, P password. Okay, so let's use which one is easiest to type. Going back to my info here. I can just copy SVC admin. This is a bit of a funny format, don't you think? Management 2005. Domain dump finished. Oh gosh. Okay, so this gave us a bit more. We got JSON. I want text files, but JSON is good. iOS, HTML. Guess we open this one in the GUI. I guess. So I'm not a GUI person, but boxes, TryHackMe, Attacktive, and oh my god. Can I change the view here? Of course I can, but arrange item, size type. No, I want like list view. Ah, and by type. And let's do computers by OS. It is one computer. And we got a OS here on it now. So that's like nicer. So we didn't even look for this information, we just got it. By running this command, I was a bit like, ooh. So the groups, yeah, so I don't like this. You know what I like? I like this on the command line, right? So I don't really like this at all. But this is interesting, you know. I should like close the whole thing. The trusts. The users by group. And I didn't open this one, or was it the other one I didn't open? I just want to check if they look the same. Okay, so that one has a header. Okay. This was very interesting. And which one do we like the most? That one obviously was empty, because this is a lone machine. It's not a network, it's just one machine. So domain users, member of groups. And in this one we have I think this command is useful, but why can't we get a text file too? Users, administrators. Guests. Yeah, let's just look at this one. So the admin spooks is domain admin, enterprise admin, remote desktop users, right? Then we have backup, no groups, SVC admin. This is us. It can remote desktop. So we don't have to try, we know. And backup is not. So we got this account first. Because it has don't wreck pre-off. And that's the only one who has it. Description. So this was what gave us the first one, and then we got this one from the backup share on SMB, which this one had read to. Guests. Yeah, account disabled. That's what I was looking for. Account disabled. KRB TDT is disabled too. So administrator is, of course, all the things too. But the spooks one is also domain admin, enterprise admin, and remote desktop. So this was interesting. Let's make notes on this. Oh, let me back to my nice terminal. So this was surprising, right? So let's copy. I was almost going to screenshot it. I was like, why would I? That's just stupid. So hold up, dump domain. So of course we should do bloodhound stuff, but I want to like not miss anything. And I think we would have if we just run on. We will miss stuff that is good to have. And this is yeah, this is for the box notes. So I'm gonna put the screenshot of the web page. No, this is not what I want to tab in. I'm going to tab in the Kali machine. Thank you. So here, oh, they have a little colored thingy too. So I kind of want it all. I want it all. Let's just grab from here to, well, we'll use this as a demo too. So we have the image there, and it will grow if it has the space to do so. This. Come on, little thing. So annoying. I don't have any new lines in soldiers text. So let's just control A it instead. And we're gonna make a domain dump in AD too. And domain info. It's like, you could say like basic. I can't spell it all here. This is a file with the most interesting stuff. domain users. So yeah, I could have squished it before I took the screenshot, but now it's done. I don't care. If we look at the path of the image now, we will see that it is just one copy. I hope. I don't want it twice in my GitHub. Let's check if I did all the things here. Yeah, it's like old. Yeah. Oh, Splunk. Splunk. What's it do to me? This one. Let's see what they say, right? Because we probably have a few more questions we can answer already. After the enumeration of user account is finished, we can attempt to abuse a feature within Kerberos with an attack method called as request. Occurs when a user account has privilege, does not require pre-authentication set. As this means that account does not need to provide valid identification before requesting a Kerberos ticket on the specified account. And I think this is a nice explanation, right? So we're gonna steal that. Nah, I'm gonna rewrite it, of course. But I'm thinking this is where I kind of want it. Let's see if the SMB one is gone further, by the way. Unable to charge it on my phone. So can't switch screens. There. Yeah, did I put this in the notes? I did, right? We have the box notes, users, yeah. So where is it? So maybe close the ones that are finished. That one is done. This one we will continue doing stuff with. Here is the one I was checking for. Do we have any plus yet? No, and this is extremely much slower, right? So this is not recommended. If for some reason impact it didn't work, right? Possibly. So let's just go slow. Oh, this one is much better. Oh, yeah. And XC was missing because it said so I'm gonna modify the file because I'm going crazy here. Control C, please. There. So we're going to instead of this, we're going to actually use a user that I know exists, right? We're going to do backup and see that this works. it shouldn't work with this one. It should say that it doesn't have permissions, or that it doesn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Oh, error, no connection error. Did we time out? No, we didn't. We have 37 minutes. So let's use the account that's supposed to work, because we need to know, before we even add this to the notes, we need to know that it actually works, right? If this Kerberos functionality of NetExec SMB doesn't work, then we're not adding it to the net. So SVC admin is the one which it should work. If it works. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's go back. Yeah, I think we'll exit this. So, and this one is the one we're keeping, and this one just has the L of the main DOM. Yeah, we're keeping that one too. We can have 2 tabs. So let's just make sure that the machine is still up. I'm gonna rerun the users now. Yeah, so it will just continue now. So, guess never added password set. Good. So it's still there. It's just that the command didn't actually work. So let's actually tell ChatGPT that, right? Um, um, CME is NXE. I'm closing the browser there. NXE now. Your command didn't work. Did So yeah, it's installed. I use Kali. It's pre-installed and works fine. But and I deleted the errors. Did I? That was very smart of me. Well. Let's open a new tab. Not there. In the journal. And now we should have the latest history here. And we can rerun this. I didn't give it the password. It said password is nothing. But I think that's how we did it. Yeah. So but I tested with a file and got no hits. Then tested with work one. So yeah. Kerber's name resolution. So yeah, of course it doesn't. That's why it had. So we can add it to host, but yeah. Did I seriously not notice that? No. Retry. Hmm. Yeah, okay, let's add it to the host. Let's do that. It's quick. Sudo. No. So let's. Yeah, it made a line for me. Let's just copy that. So now it works. So then let's run it with a file user list and see if it actually works. So I'm happy I did this because I didn't realize, right? And now it's quick because last time I didn't actually read the error message. I'm ashamed, but it's true. And this will do the same time as the other one. And we can also see it, right? Which is nice. It's nice to see the names without having to use debug. I'm like so lost. This is not slow. I was buggy. Rec hosts file entry. Entries, actually. So maybe adding to host file is a base thing here. So this is just an example. Maybe we'll add the ports from this machine. This was just from one machine. Did I even do the machine? Anyway, it's quite quick. It's quicker than the other one, I think. Here we have the vulnerable account. But the other one, it gave us the hash it wants immediately. Which this one doesn't do. So gives hashcats hash 2. Let's actually do that. So 1 dash down, maybe not. So finds counts world counts, right? And let's scroll up and see if we can find any not unknowns here. Only this. Here's James. So it's harder to see them, but there's a different color on the minus. So yeah. So what are the tools? Anyone in chat has any suggestions on what? What are the tools to use? User enumeration. Except for Bloodhound. I'm saving that one for Lost. Ports. Let's say common ports instead. So just thought I'd put something there. If you're on a Linux box in 80 network port scan. Oh right, this was L stuff again. Seriously, this should be first. This is supposed to be one sentence. And that could be like a comment after. Yeah. Obviously, I checked SMB first, right? So we didn't have any guest or no. So that's why we had to do other stuff. But we could have had information earlier if we got that. So we're going to add stuff later too. That's also in other files. But let's continue this one now. So what did it say? Yeah, right. Just add it to hosts. So tell me your thoughts behind the hosts entry. Which names are usually required for a server? Yeah, I have to add an N there because a great question. You're thinking, there's the thinking behind that. So entries in a pentest. Kerberos relies on FQDN of the domain controller because tickets embed domain names and SPN's service principal names. If your Calibox can't resolve the specific local, Kerberos will break, even if you still can reach port 455 by IP. SMB also prefers NetBIOS or DNS names for NTLM handshakes. You'll see these in Nmap output like NetBIOS name, DNS name, domain name. So make sure all tools. It did a little flash now. You'll run around a little surface that works cleanly. You usually map these at least these. So it didn't do this one in its list, I think. No. Yeah, it didn't do that. So maybe we should add the active directory, because that's really why I asked the question, because it hopped one, it skipped it. The current use of every tool, DNS, NetBIOS, or Kerberos will resolve the domain controller smoothly, and you don't need odd errors like UDC unknown, target name mismatch. If you want to, I can have a template. Can we conf2 cleaner Kerberos handling? Tell me about tell me about the use. So we're going to add some stuff of this into the notes, right? Because we're going to make an instruction. This is what we're doing. We're making an instruction. So add. So first of all, yeah, I have it. No, it's not the full one. P, we want P2. And then we have add all names to hosts to the host file. And then we're going to do all of the name, the NetBIOS name, DNS name, and domain name, like FQDN. We might even grab this and add it. So so I'm not gonna use all of this. Oh my goodness, it even copied these and expelled. Kerberos relies again. Okay, yeah, also domain controller. Go tickets, embed domain names, SPN, so name. Needs. I don't know. Nah, I guess it's okay with a few extra words. This would be also prefers. Well, also prefers SMB. Let's just do it simpler. Let's keep it because, and do a dash because there's already parentheses. SMB NetBIOS DNS name. For until I'm shapes and so I do next character and I get here. This is a bit confusing, but It's just the way it is. Examples. Oh, so many deletes. I think I deleted 4 times. There. Add all names to the host file. And since we're doing this for everybody, we're doing ABC hosts because we're assuming Linux. And let's also make this like that. Actually making this a dot hosts file. So we have common ports. Port scan. Port scan. Common ports. Host file. This is so different from my other stuff. Null section. So that's what we're gonna add there later. That's why there's space. So everything I do becomes instructions. Even when I wasn't planning to. Nah. That guarantees every tool. Yeah. So let's see. Tell me about the use of ets. Kirby5conf. Sure, let's break down why ets Kirby5conf is so important in AD pen testing purpose of. The file controls how Kerberos on Linux, including how it behaves. Tools like Impacket, NXC, CME, Kinit, SMB client, etc. or rely on it under the hood when performing Kerberos-based authentication. If you don't configure it, they may try to reach the default realm or fail resolving the KDC. Typical structure. Here's a minimal practical config you'd put in your for a pen test. Spooky sack. False. KDC. Okay. What it does, default realm tells Kerberos what domain you're attacking, disables DNS calls you and try to look up the KDC from public DNS. Hard codes the KDC, so tools know where to go. Benefits in 80 lab pen test. Removes the need for affiliate host entries for Kerberos alone. Makes Kane into another Kerberos tools work out of the box. You don't have to set stuff, in other words. Guarantees consistent technical behavior even if DNS is shaky. In short. Maps names to IP addresses for SMB, LWHTP, maps Kerberos around to the TCP. Combo saves to a ton of heavy media attacks. If you want, it can help you build copy paste. Let's look at our file, right? If we have one. But this one is still running. And it's probably not found anything else. Here we have the failed another James. Let's abort it. Yeah, so it just goes on to the next one. I had to do it several times. So let's just cat that's KR count. So uh, so it's not a lot in here, or you could say it's a lot. But it seems to be. I'm thinking source is of Cali, right? Um, let's ask it why, right? I know I can't go on much longer, so we won't have really a good chance to do much more today, but this is my current unmodified uh, Cali one is this for the sources or what? Historical development. Kerber's historical development. Okay. Basically a template showing. So it's a yeah. I'll use you help me to be attacking MIT. Yeah. What is this? Conflict control. Yeah. We saw the format already. Wipe that out override, but you don't when your tool's trying to attack. Recommended replacement. We'll talk only to this. So will people are they doing this? So let's like search Google it. If we Google this and like pen test or something, pen test, Kerberos exploitation. We need to install a quick environment on our machine that will allow us to run Kerberos. Kerberos penetration testing. Maybe this is a nice Active Directory penetration testing cheat sheet. A good thing to search for to find good sources of data. I'm thinking. So they're not running one nmap scan. Yeah, so the first one is a range. Specific parts. My god, how many machines? This is for one IP. So a full scan is very quick. Why so many scans? So is it just nmap all of it? Then it does CME SMB IP range again. D domain IP range. Retrieves domain information. So it's when you have a range. So shares we've run. We didn't do NSLOOKUP because it's not actually a domain. Configuring its hosts. And then we have Kirby find use conf. And here we have an actual source of data that is not ChatGPT, which is nice. Also, date, half year, a bit more. SB IP passport. I didn't do this because I don't know. I think we can get it as but we probably, let's actually try without a password and see if we can get this without a password, because we got this in the HTML files. Okay, so password policy, and I'm gonna remove this because let's actually run it with first. Existing working user, and we got this, and now we remove the user fully. And will we get the same information, or will we not get anything? Nothing. So it requires, on this domain, it requires a working account. So I'm assuming this is the same as U nothing, P nothing. And it's closing up to time. So I don't really want to stop this, but I have stuff to do tomorrow. Let's check. I'm just gonna quickly check my calendar, or rather, let's check my. Let's see, where on earth will Discord pop up? Let's do that thing, and let's just check my meetup thingy. So no one said anything more. So I need to tell my kid, and everything in the morning. There. Yeah, that'll be fun if it becomes fun. If we do it, if it'll happen there. Um, yeah. Um, I'm assuming this is the same. Oops, wrong. Didn't I click? So users. So what actually happens if I were to do the red root one with this? What data is, what is different from the things we already tried? Of course it will not work with no data here now, right, on this machine, but just testing it. So we will get like the same data almost, but we will also get some other stuff, right? So different from users. Yeah, we get the groups too. That's like the difference then. Hmm. Was it also quicker? This is more like a bunch of data. Poof. This one is going poof, 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 poof. And it's just getting the users. Is there like groups too? Why not? If it's users? No, there's nothing. Removed. Let's actually. Is there like help there in on this specific thing? Kind of thought so. Oh my god. Yeah. So there's so much now. There's so much. I kind of wish that I've been there when they started developing this. Mm. Oh, let's see here. Mm. Modules. There's groups. All right. So this user doesn't have any groups. So that might be why we didn't get anything. No, that sounds odd. But we didn't get anything. Computers too. Pascal, Grid Brute. We did those. Yeah. It's time for me. Um, let's read. So I need to get some sleep, work, be with my kid a bit, go to dinner. We'll hack the box. People. Uh, so we're reading the Shy Hat, and he'll be teaching some
D-Dub says.
basic.
Have a good night, fix it. Sorry I've been just
Ah,
lurking, but I'm glad I was able to catch a stream.
yeah, great to see you, Digdo. So hope you're well, everything good. So it was a long time since I saw you in here. Yeah, so I will probably not stream tomorrow unless people decide they don't have time for dinner.
Thank you, you too.
Yeah. But Friday and probably Saturday too, at least. So then it'll be like vacation times. So maybe Saturday, Sunday, we'll see. Depends on the kid that's home. One of them is already over there. I'm teaching their dad. They make 1 week ahead, so we're just half empty house there now. So thank you everybody for being here. Thanks for all the follows after Pebbles raid. Yeah. So I'm just sad I couldn't do more today, but it'll be next time. So thank you very much and bye bye bye.